Hello, David Snowpeck here from Snowpeck Games, and I've just finished weeks 4 and 5 of my crazy 6-week project to fix up Retro Tank Party and release it on Steam. Retro Tank Party is an online 2 to 4 player multiplayer game built in Godot using the Nakama game server. Even though 2 weeks have gone by this time, unfortunately, I didn't get as much done as I'd hoped. During week 4, I went to go visit my folks for the first time in almost a year because they'd finally gotten their COVID vaccine. So it was planned that week I wasn't going to do very much. However, during week 5 last week, I thought I was going to get back to work on the game, but my wife was sick and our usual childcare was unavailable, so I had to take off work and my game for the whole week in order to look after the kids. But I did get a couple of things done. I fixed loads of bugs that were found during play testing, some issues with some controllers, a couple of bugs in the new deathmatch game mode. The game was switching out of full screen when starting a new match on macOS and Windows, and a bunch of other little stuff. There's still a bug where the game sometimes gets a seg fault after you close it on macOS, that I'm still trying to fix with some help from the maintainer of the Godot Steam module. I'm hoping that we can get that tackled sometime this week. Aside from just bug fixes, I added some vibration to the controller support. So when you're shooting or when you get hit, there's a little vibration in the controller. I implemented a password reset workflow. It's the usual sort of thing. If you forget your password, you can request an email be sent to you with a link to a page on snowpeckgames.com to change your password. I upgraded the backend from Nakama 2 to Nakama 3. I'm not using any of the new features from version 3 yet, but the main one that I'm excited about is being able to write server-side logic in JavaScript. Nakama 2 only supports Go and Lua. I'm currently using Lua for all of the server-side logic in Retro Tank Party, but I personally know and like JavaScript a lot more than Lua, so I'm looking forward to being able to use that. I have GitLab CI signing the Windows exe, code signing it, which I was hoping would help get rid of that Microsoft smart screen message about the app being untrusted, since that's, scary to normal users. Unfortunately, it turns out that simply signing with a standard certificate won't automatically do that until a certain number of people have used your app. If you get an EV certificate, then you can avoid that waiting period, but an EV certificate is way more expensive. The standard one cost me like $80, and the cheapest EV one I could find costs like $300. And it also sounds like using an EV certificate requires using a hardware fob for authentication, which would make signing via GitLab CI like way more hard and annoying. So maybe one day I'll get an EV certificate, but for now I'm just gonna stick with the standard code signing certificate. Anyway, there's only 1 week left until the game is launching on Steam. It's happening on Tuesday, April 20th. In this week, I'm going to try to add some new maps. I have 2 maps that I've kind of designed and planned out on paper that I still need to get into the game. And then trying to do as much playtesting and bug fixing as possible. If you can spare the time, I really need your help playtesting. Come join the Discord, snowpeckgames.com/discord, link in the description. I'll send you a Steam key and we'll get some matches going. There were so many things on this backlog that I was originally hoping I'd be able to get in before the Steam launch. For example, more power-ups, more game modes like soccer or capture the flag, team battles, modding. I really want to get modding in, but those things will have to wait until after the Steam launch. Anyway, that's all for this devlog. Talk to you next week after the launch. I'm going to do like a devlog post-mortem looking back on the project as a whole. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.